Parker-Bohn converts in the 6th frame. But it's Amleto-Monacelli who's in the driver's seat right now in the Showboat Invitational. We'll be back in a moment. Amleto-Monacelli has a 24-pin lead over Parker-Bohn-III in the championship match. Don't forget, tonight on CBS, America's Night of Heroes begins with Early Edition. Then Sammo Hung swings into action on martial law, followed by Chuck Norris and Walker, Texas Ranger. It's all tonight on CBS. A look at Parker-Bohn-III. Can't be very happy with the way things are going right now, but has to be happy with the fact that, Marshall, he's going to pass you today in career earnings.
Well, there we are. He's going to pass me, but he hasn't passed me yet. I still got him for the next couple of minutes.
For about the next 15 minutes, you'll be one spot in front of Parker-Bohn-III. Of course, Amleto-Monacelli has already passed you in career earnings, and he is up on the approach right now for his first shot in the 6th.
Coming in ever so high, just a little bit, leaving the 4-pin. That's the lane that's really been good to Amleto. Had the shot in the 2nd frame, looked like it was going to go off into the channel, but it stayed up and struck. That one, 4-pin, hard and straight, shouldn't have any problem.
And Monacelli converts. Well, next week we're going to be in Tucson, Arizona for the Tucson Open. It's Golden Pin Lanes, and we'll be on it Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Tucson Open coming up next week on CBS Sports. Monacelli, 23 pins over Parker-Bohn-III as we begin the 7th frame in the championship match of the Showboat Invitational.
Just a 23-pin lead. Bohn still in the match. Parker up on lane 55. Now Bohn really in the match. There's the 2-pin, the 4-pin, and the 7.
Looked like he came in a little light, Marshall.
Well, he did come in light. Leaves the 2, the 4, and the 10. Needs to get the ball over to the left-hand side of the 2-pin. The reaction of Amleto, knows it was a bad shot. Left-hand side of the 2-pin, slide it into the 10. Will it? Oh, it overhooks. Now that lead down to 8 pins now, Gary.
And the open frame by Monacelli has indeed opened the door for Parker-Bohn-III, who has an open frame himself back in the 5th and now has a chance to come back and regain the lead.
And something about the pins Parker-Bohn-III didn't like. He took a re-rack, as he is allowed to do. You're allowed to have 2 re-racks per game. Likes the way they look now, as he's set to throw on lane 56.
Usually a time when Bohn smells blood is when the other player begins to falter. There's a strike for Bohn.
Well, in the last couple of telecasts for Parker-Bohn, he hasn't been able to get any good breaks going against his opposition. Today he's getting them. Bohn likes the way this one looks.
Can a #1 seed finally win this year on the spring tour? Bohn right now in the zone, and that has become a very popular phrase around the PBA. Parker-Bohn-III, his Bohn Zone fan club and website.
And a strike here would put him in the lead. Well, that hook, friendly roll, light shot. Parker-Bohn in the 8th frame. Watch how far this ball goes to the left-hand side of the lane. Comes back in, powerful strike, knocks them all down. And a relieved Parker-Bohn as he takes a deep breath.
Monacelli answers in the 8th frame.
Just barely trips out that 4-pin. To set it right now, Gary, Monacelli possible 242, Bohn possible 244. This match really going down to the wire.
Can't get much tighter than that. Parker-Bohn-III looking for his 20th career title. It would mean an awful lot to him. Monacelli working on his 19th title.
Needs to make an adjustment on this lane. This ball came in light last time. Not this time. Enough of the head pin. Gets the pins off the sideboard and reclaims the lead by 8 pins for Monacelli. Watching it. Happy to see him go down. Just barely knocked him down.
Back and forth, back and forth. Monacelli Up by 8 pins. Bohn just had a 2-pin lead. Once again, Monacelli is on top.
Gotta hurry. Perfect shot for Parker-Bohn. That ball resting on the edge of the lane, hook back. He's got the lead again. And Gary, he does control his whole destiny. If he can get a couple of strikes here and 9, he's the champion. Parker-Bohn in the 9th frame.
Yeah, baby! That's what I'm talking about.
Needs to get himself a little bit calmed down after that shot. Sometimes you get yourself so energized as Amleto-Monacelli looks on, you have to take a deep breath, calm yourself down so that you can make the best possible shot possible here in the 10th frame.
And that was the tip of the week. Breathing, calming down, and work for Bohn.
Well, he's not calm right now as he's coming right out of his shoes. He feels like he deserves to win. Been the tournament leader in the last 3 tournaments he's been in. Watch this ball. Maybe a little good fortune, good luck, lady luck here in Vegas. And watch his reaction. How about that vertical jump, Gary?
The hottest bowler right now on the PBA Tour, Parker-Bohn III, but feeling that he has not been able to get the job done from the #1 seed. This would certainly be redemption.
Slower speed. That's the one. Slower speed. He was able to get the ball to hook back into the pocket. The last shot, he was overjuiced, but he was fortunate to get that friendly roll. Parker-Bohn with the slower ball speed, the ball flush in the pocket, and the reaction of a man who desperately wants his 20th title. Means so much to Bohn. The difference between being a 19-time champion and that elite group of 20-time titleists. Parker needs but 9 pins to secure the victory.
And Monacelli has to be sitting there thinking, just give me a chance, give me a chance.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, got the ball too far to the right. It hooks through the nose, and Monacelli does get that chance. Gary, I wasn't sure if this ball was going to go into the channel, but it hangs on, overhooks. He leaves the 4, the 6, and the 7 pin. That's 241.
Monacelli now knows he has a chance when he sees 3 pins standing. He's got a possible 242. If he strikes out, he will win the championship match by 1 pin.
Solid 10 for Amleto-Monacelli, and Parker-Bohn finally.
Parker-Bohn is your winner of the 1999 Showboat Invitational, and he does it from the #1 seed.